your skin, that shit is popping, girl. Body on 10, damn, you got it, girl. You gotta boss up. Getting them checks, living your best. Racks up. Oh, keep walking with confidence. Effortlessly, you let them know who is in command. You just that and more. Don't forget it. God worked hard on you for sure. Lexus, Exodus. Shout out to my exes.
Y'all black females out here, y'all don't understand the struggles of being a black man out here in America and not knowing whether or not you gonna make it home to your children every night because of the police gunning you down.
But don't y'all be out here gunning each other down?
Okay, but we ain't talking about that.
Hell, don't y'all be rapping about killing each other in music?
We ain't talking about that either. We can talk about killing each other in rap music, but we don't like the police killing us. Stay on subject, woman.
You brought up your kids. Tyrone, you don't even see your kids.
And then, yeah, I be trying to see my kids. You know my baby mamas be tripping because I don't want to be with none of them, so they be holding my kids from me. You know that.
Okay, but your baby mama saying you don't get them no child support either.
Okay, but I still be going out my way to try to see them.
They live 5 minutes from my house, Tyrone.
That is out my way, woman. See, y'all, that's why we don't like y'all black women's mouths. Y'all run y'all mouth too much. Y'all always bringing up stuff that's irrelevant.
Well, was you cheating on me irrelevant?
I only cheated on you 10 times. You act like I do it every day, bruh. See, that's why we date women of other races, man.
Hey, boos, hey. It is Lexus Exodus, leader of the Black Women Exodus. How are y'all doing? And like always, if you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. Please share. Please comment in the comment section. Let me know that you're listening. Also, if you enjoy listening to my content on the go, the show is now available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts for audio listeners. Go check out my Patreon community where you can get access to bonus episodes and exclusive content and also a private community of like-minded divested women. It is linked below. Please also follow me on social media platforms. You can check me out everywhere on all platforms at Lexus Exodus. I also have a backup channel just in case something happens to this one. It is called LexX. That's LEXEX. You can find all of this information in the description below. So tonight I want to discuss how Black women who identify as part of the divested community are divested and well rested. And I discussed this before, but you guys send me the most beautiful clips that illustrate this concept. I want to spin the block and talk about it again. And I want to talk about how divested women experience much better lifestyles than those who aren't, especially those who are mothers and who are wives. And this tends to happen because these women understand the importance of only engaging in mutually beneficial and reciprocal interactions and only doing things that serve them. So divested women have no space for toxicity or negativity in their lives. They know that toxic situations and toxic interactions and relationships, that's taxing. It's draining. And it results in mental anguish and suffering. And it also results in physical ailments as well. So as a result, they refuse to entertain the bullish. They walk away from anything that doesn't align with their best interests. And they live a soft life and they live their best lives. So now that we know this concept, I want to look at a few examples. So first off, I want to look at this clip of this first woman who is being showered with love and affection during her pregnancy. So let's watch this and then we'll chat.
You can't be replaced. There's no one else like you do. That's why I'm spend my life with you. I want to please you any way I can. I want to share my world. Don't you understand? Your love is so much.
Isn't she just gorgeous? Just gorgeous. It's the magic hour. Isn't that what they call it when the sunlight hits the melanin just right? The magical hour. I think that's what they call it. But I mean, melanin just popping, skin glowing. And she's so tall and thin and modelesque and fabulous. She has the type of body that snaps right back after pregnancy. I'm jealous. I got to hit the gym every time I gain a little bit of weight. Even if I just eat some donuts or something, I got to fast and hit the gym. But the best part of this clip is she's being adored and well watered and kissed and caressed and cared for by the father of her child. And she's being honored and respected. And I love that for Black women. And I've said this before. So we know that Black women have very high maternal mortality rates. A lot of studies show that that's due to racial biases in the medical field. And that's due to Black women not necessarily receiving the care that they need due to different biases and bigotry that they experience as a result of their race. And I think that's valid, right? I do think that there's data that supports that. But I also think that a lot of times this fails to take into account the dire circumstances that we experience as Black women at the hands of our partners within the community. And I think that contributes to this mortality rate as well and these maternal ailments that we experience. So Black women collectively often experience abandonment. Y'all know we experience poverty and arguing. A lot of times we are subjected to abuse and mistreatment. And having to live in that type of environment while you're birthing a child and being forced to endure that type of stress, that puts you at risk if you're with child. And you guys know that I had preeclampsia and I almost passed away when I was pregnant. And I'm convinced that it was due to the poor treatment that I endured at the hands of my child's father. And furthermore, we know that a lot of these death states are unhinged. So this is the reason why the number one cause of death of Black pregnant women is homicide. So Black women need to date strategically, and you need to pick your partners carefully and pick the father of your children even more carefully. Be cautious. So this is why divested women have experiences like this instead of that ghetto-ish that we're so accustomed to experiencing within the community. Okay, so I want to keep going and I want to look at this next clip of a woman getting catered to by her husband after giving birth to her child. And shout out to little subby Kadaya who shared this cute one with me. So let's watch this and then we will chat.
Today, my beautiful pregnant wife is no longer pregnant. Congratulations, boo-boo. So how are you feeling?
I feel okay despite the changes in our birth plan.
That's okay, but
Grateful that they're here.
at least you having Shima now. Here, wash your hands first, my love.
Thank you. Celebratory meal.
You deserve that meal after what happened yesterday. So it kind of didn't go according to plan, which really does go to plan, you know? So, but you hung in there, and, you know, we got a new little girl. So, enjoy your meal, right? And then baby's coming soon. Look, baby. Oh, can't see baby yet. Good job, boy. I'm very proud of you. So I'm happy. Enjoy, my love. You too.
Oh, I love this. So do you see that smile on her face? And even hours after birthing another human being, this woman literally just pushed a baby out of her womb. And she still looks beautiful. She still looks absolutely beautiful. I look like Ish after I birthed my baby. I'm just going to be honest. But then again, I didn't have a supportive partner like she did. Mine called me the B word when I was in my last trimester and hospitalized because I totaled my car. And that's what he did with his punk ass. This woman's husband is catering to her and carefully taking care of her and is diligently waiting on her hand and foot. He done cooked her some fufu in Nshima, I think it's called, which I believe is Zambian food. And it looks absolutely delicious. And he even bought her a bowl full of water so she could wash her hands like she would traditionally do at home. This is what we deserve when we decide to carry men's children, Black women. It's like we're literally putting our lives on the line when you birth a man's child. And I'm not sure what happened to this woman, but based off this clip, it does sound like she experienced complications as well. It's like when you do something like that, the father of your children should be showering you with love and affection. And so he's doing so. He's catering to her. He's waiting on her hand and foot. He's serving her. He's prepared her favorite meal. He's calling her beautiful, showering her with love and adoration, talking about how proud he is of her. This is how Black women should be treated. This is what we deserve. Divested and well rested, child. So I want to get into this next clip that this next woman shared about how she was cheated on by her dusty baby daddy, and he kicked her out and her children out, and guess who saved the day? So let's watch this and then we'll chat.
Traveling on a bus cross country with 2 kids under 2 after their dad cheated and kicked us out, to marrying and procreating with the man of my dreams.
Do y'all see what I mean though? And before I forget, shout out to V, Loyal Subby, who shared this one with me. This is absolutely an incredible clip. So initially we see an old clip of this woman who looks like she's been through hell and back. She's in disarray and disheveled. Her hair is everywhere. She has 2 small kids on her lap. She looks very unhappy. And she says this was her traveling across country because she was displaced by her sorry ass fuckboy baby daddy, who cheated on her and kicked her and her 2 children out on the streets, left her homeless. So she had to travel on a bus cross country with her children after he did so. Then suddenly she cuts to wedding pictures years later, looking absolutely stunning, getting married to a real man who committed to her, who honored her, and who cherished her. And not only did he accept the 2 children that the deadbeat sperm donor abandoned, they also grew their family and expanded their own family and had 2 children of their own. Listen, that's a man, y'all. That's a man. Dusty fuckboys pump and dump. There's deadbeat sperm donors who create children that they don't care for with reckless abandon. They wreak havoc and create a bunch of fatherless, dysfunctional homes. They refuse to be men and to provide food for those kids and housing and clothing and shelter for the family that they created. But Bryce said, nah, we don't do that fuck shit over here. You're beautiful. You're a great mother. And I think you'd make a great wife as well. So I'm going to honor you and cherish you. And I'm going to commit to you and marry you. And I personally love stories like this because it reminds me of mine. And Dusty's love to tell Black women all hope is lost and that no one will want us when we have children from a prior relationship. And it's unfortunate because a lot of Black women believe this. But here's the thing, though. Niggas don't take care of their own damn kids. So, of course, they're not going to be able to understand and grasp the concept of raising someone else's. You understand what I'm saying? They don't have the range. It's like talking to a 5-year-old about calculus. You know, it's above their pay grade. They can't grasp a concept like that because it's too complex to them. They've never experienced it. Most of these niggas don't even have a daddy themselves. So it's not surprising that they don't understand how a man can be a stepdad to someone else's kids. So, but this is how things go when you explore your options, when you choose a partner based on their character instead of being and demonstrating this unrequited loyalty to Dusties who don't do the same.
Shout out to my exes.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow.
Keep Black women's names out your fucking mouth. I said, keep Black women's names out your fucking mouth. Seriously, guys. Are you tired of all the negativity and toxicity Black women are subjected to in media, music, and online? We are ridiculed, denigrated, and berated daily, and I'm sick of it. That's why I created a private safe space for Black women that focuses on divestment, development, and self-empowerment. My private Patreon is for Black women only and is a community where we are affirmed, encouraged, supported, and uplifted. For the cost of a coffee, get access to my Patreon community, which consists of a private Discord group to connect with like-minded Black women, ad-free bonus content, exclusive private lives, and much, much more. You can check it out on patreon.com/LexisExodus. The link is also listed below.
Shout out to my exes.
Okay, so here's a similar story where a woman's Dusty kicked her out and she was homeless. And guess who had to put the cape on and save her from the Dusty? And now, lo and behold, fast forward decades later, they've been married happily for 20 years. So let's watch this and then we'll chat.
White man that I married. Because I've already told this story on here, but maybe you need to hear it too. I was with a black man before him. That black man kicked me out on the streets, broke up all my stuff that actually could have helped me, but I had nowhere to take it. I came home, all my stuff was laying in the yard, and the rest of my stuff was in plastic bags. And my suitcases, he stumped on them and tore the zippers off so I wouldn't have suitcases. I was sitting on the corner with plastic bags. At the same time, he was moving another woman in. As I sat on the corner with bags, crying my eyes out, wondering what the hell is going on. I was only 18 then. They laughed at me, they mocked me, called me homeless, said I was going to be sleeping on benches, they're going to ride by and throw stuff at me, and then called the pizza man over. And when the pizza man was in the yard, they were laughing at me, saying, I know you hungry, this ain't going to be your only hungry night. And at that moment, my now husband of 21 years, that white man, called me. I told him I have nowhere to go, I am on the corner with my bags. He came and picked me up. Not only did he pick me up, took me to a hotel room, paid for it for a whole week, never touched me, left me his car, took the train back, came back a week later, and got me my own place downtown, looking over the whole city. Proposed to me that same week. I said yes. A month later, we got married. I'll say 2 months later, we got married. 21 years later, we are still together. 21 years later. No, let me get it right. I was 19. Yeah. I was young. But I got a great man now. And I don't care what color that person is. That's a real ass man. To come and pick a stranger up off the corner with plastic bags. He may not understand my culture fully, but he understood there's a beautiful black woman that's on the corner that need my help. You think I'm gonna give a man up like that? I don't give a fuck what color he is. He's mine.
What a beautiful story, y'all. And this is crazy. And I thought my personal experience with divestment was a Cinderella story, but sis got me beat, child. So she said the Dusty kicked her out and put all her belongings on the curb in trash bags. And to add insult to injury, he mocked her and told her she would be homeless and hungry. Even ordered a pizza to eat it in front of her. Child, she said the pizza man came through, though. Look at God. Look how God works. She said the pizza man put her up in a hotel, didn't ask her for anything in return, left this complete stranger his car, then proceeded to put her up in a place. And now, lo and behold, they've been married for 21 years. And first off, 21 years where? She looks no older than 25, maybe 30. She don't look like she's been married for a few decades. But that's what happens when you're divested and well rested. When you F and F, when you fuck nigga free, when you divest and explore your options and only date who treats you well. But what an incredible, amazing story. But yeah, this is the difference in the experiences that Black women experience when we explore options and when we only date and marry men who treat us well. Okay, I want to get into these last few clips of this woman's roller coaster journey to motherhood with her husband. And shout out to little subby Alicia who shared this with me.
Okay, here's what's been going on. In the middle of our IVF journey, we found out that we got naturally pregnant. We were really shocked considering that we've had fertility issues for over 5 years, so this was a big deal. And we didn't have to go through the rest of IVF, which was another surgery and more injections. But 6 weeks into pregnancy, we did our first ultrasound and found out there was no heartbeat. 2 weeks later, we had to do a DNC. And honestly, we are not okay. We're working through it with God and processing each moment together.
Okay, so this is so much to unpack. I don't even know where to start. And y'all know I'm a big softie. So I cry over clips like this and get very emotional. What a beautiful story. What an incredible story. Wow. So for our audio listeners, I'll explain just what happened. So first off, she describes how her and her husband had difficulties getting pregnant. So they took fertility treatments. But right smack dab in the middle of the treatments, they naturally got preggers. So they were so excited, and she records everyone's reaction. And hubby is genuinely happy. Her mother in law and father in law are in shambles. They break down crying, which is crazy because I mean, you rarely ever see men cry like that, especially not over grandchildren. I don't think I've ever seen any, like a grandfather cry over having a grandchild. So they go through all that and document all just to lose the freaking baby and to later find out that the baby didn't have a heartbeat. So then they follow up with another pregnancy announcement months later. And she proceeds to continue to document this, and she documents the visit to hear the baby's heartbeat for the first time. And we see her being a nervous, anxious wreck. It looks like she's about to have a mental breakdown because apparently that same visit was how they found out they lost the first baby. So he's loving on her, he's embracing her, caressing her, and attempting to comfort her, which is a beautiful thing. And then the clip shows them eventually hearing the baby's heartbeat. I could cry. How beautiful. So the last clip is from just a few weeks ago. So they are still in the thick of it. They document themselves doing a pregnancy photo shoot, which is absolutely beautiful. But I truly hope and pray and send well wishes to them and hope that they have a healthy baby this time around. What a beautiful couple, though. Divested and well rested. You know, these couples aren't finding out that they're pregnant and then it's, oh, ish, I got to scramble and try to get abortion money. And he blocked me and now I'm ghosted or I got to take a trip to Mari. No, it's a celebratory occasion. You know, they're announcing it with family and friends, doing photo shoots, documenting it, and really enjoying the moment and relishing the moment. This is how it feels to be divested and well rested, y'all. So I encourage you all to explore your options like these women. Date out. Go where you are appreciated. Go where you're uplifted, where you're embraced, where you're encouraged and loved. Divest is best, y'all. Alrighty. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you guys' support. Until next time, see you guys. Bye.
Even if you think I should, bitch, nigga, I don't give.
If y'all come across a red iPhone, can you please bring it to the sound stage? Red iPhone, appreciate it.